Hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. This is episode 175 of the Who Are You podcast. Like I said, welcome back. If this is your first time checking out the show, make sure you guys give us a like, a subscribe, a follow on everything. It's going to be at Who Are You podcast or at Who Are You pod, for all of our social media. And it's going to be Who Are You podcast for the YouTube page. I know I didn't introduce myself. I'm Connor Overbay, and I'm sitting down with the wifey.
Hello, I'm Shannon Overbay.
That is right. Like I said, thank you guys for checking us out again today. We are sitting down for a nice little fun Sunday hangout conversation. I know you guys usually see us with some guests, all of our amazing guests that we've had on the pod, but we still do enjoy our one-on-one times with everybody here.
We definitely do.
Give a little life update, tell everybody what's going on behind the scenes and some more fun things that are going on. You know, our Would You Rathers, our Who Are You,
top threes.
Obviously, I'm getting tongue-tied today. But, you know, just a fun Sunday conversation for everybody. We want to make sure we don't miss a week or anything just because we don't have a guest, but still, you know, have some fun times on the show.
Of course. We have a lot going on in our lives, so why not?
Yeah, it's been busy. It's been a busy time. I know we say that every time we sit down, but it's been particularly busy this week. For one thing, if anybody wants to clap it up for Shannon, Shannon just got a new job offer. Shout out to Shannon.
Yay.
She's going to be working.
Finally.
She's going to be working for a big law office. We're not going to say the name, but, you know, a big one in Jackson. If you're from Jacksonville, you probably know who it is.
Even if you're not from Jacksonville, because when I spoke to my uncle, he was talking about how they have them up there.
That's true. It's a big law office, so Shannon's getting a big girl job doing her thing. We're very proud, very excited for her. So shout out to you, my dear.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very excited. I'll be starting September 2nd.
Yep.
So get everything going there and see what it's like.
That's right. You know, big company. Get a chance to go try something new, somewhere a little bit different than what your old company was. But it's good for you. Like I said, I know this is a big deal for you and everything. Shows the hard work that's paid off, the getting the degree, you know, working at different offices and, you know, getting your experience behind it. It's huge. Yeah,
I'm very excited to see how their office runs. Obviously, my past two jobs in a law office were very small. So going to a huge company, it's going to be completely different, obviously, but we'll see what they do. And it's a similar position. I'm still in personal injury, but it's not like motor vehicle accidents. It's just like premises liability, so slip and falls, things like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they handle that side of things.
I agree. Like I said, it's going to be something different, but it's good, and it's also a bigger company, so there's more opportunity for things for you to do there, whether it's moving up, moving to a different position, or gaining more education to something where you can move to that next step up if that is something you want to do in the future, obviously.
Opportunities for bonuses, things like that. It'll be great.
Yeah, health insurance.
Get the health insurance back since your company doesn't offer it.
Not at the moment, at least in the position I'm in, but, you know, get us back on some health care so we can survive.
And the fact that it's a big company, they offer 401k after a certain amount of time. So that'll be a first time I've experienced that type of thing.
No, it's huge. Like I said, very happy for you. Very proud of you, by the way. So it's awesome that's going for you. I'm still working, doing my stuff outside, working on HVAC systems, you know, still doing my thing. Funny enough, I was, if you live in Florida, you guys know we've been dealing with some freaking crazy storms lately. It's been ridiculous.
I think everyone was kind of thinking it's related to the was it tropical storm Aaron or something?
Yeah, I think it was a hurricane. I think it got upgraded because it got. I think they called it like a Category 4 or 5 in the ocean and everything.
Yeah.
And
but it's just hurricane season in Florida in general. So
yeah, we're back into the times of batting down the hatches and keep yourself safe out there.
But this one definitely is a lot more crazy, I think, than the past couple years.
No, I agree.
So far.
Well, I mean, it's just been raining and thunderstorming and stuff, but the hurricane season, we're used to it. We've dealt with it every single year. It doesn't mean it gets less scary every single year because, there's times where trees are getting ripped out of the ground, houses are getting taken away just by wind or tornadoes and stuff. But for me this past week, I was outside working on a system, and as I'm sitting there, like I see rain starting to happen. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm getting all my stuff somewhat packed, so just in case if it does, start getting bad again. Well, yeah, I can run all my tools and everything back inside just so one, they don't get ruined, or two, so I don't get destroyed. And I'm sitting there. We have one of these metal like umbrellas. It's an umbrella, but it also has a metal magnet at the bottom of it, so you can put it on top of the AC system while I'm sitting there working on things, so the inside doesn't get wet. I don't get absolutely soaked, and I'm sitting there working on things, and all I see is like a flash of light, and it just sounded like a freaking bomb explode. I was like, holy shit! It just literally went boom. I was like, oh my god. They
have been crazy. The lightning and thunder recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to her on the phone. She's like, yeah, where I'm at and everything. I'm like, I'm right down the street from you. So everything you just saw and dealt with, that's what I'm hearing outside.
Yeah, well, I never know. Obviously, you drive around to a variety of places.
Of course,
from all the like Green Cove Springs and up north. So
St. Augustine, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm all over the place. But yeah, just the other day, it was on Friday. I was sitting there. I was all around our side of town over here, and yeah, it was something. I came home. I'm soaked. I'm just look like a wet dog from working outside all day. And she's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go take a shower."
He's like, "I'm cold. I'm going to take a hot shower."
Yeah, I was freezing because you're wet outside. Then you go inside to make sure the unit is working and everything, and the AC's blowing on you, so you're just like
shivering.
Get stuff taken care of. But funny times and everything. And we went and got some boots for me today too.
Keep your feet semi-warm, or try to.
Well, just dry is the main thing.
Yes.
Most of the times you guys probably see me even at work or in everything. I'm looking up where I can wear whatever kind of shoes I want. But tennis shoes have not been the move lately because you step in someone's yard and maybe it's a little bit deeper of a step than you're thinking, and your whole foot gets submerged, and you're like, shit. And you're like, that's the whole rest of the day right there, just mad and wet.
Yep.
So
maybe you need to start taking some extra socks.
I think I'm going to start doing that and an extra work shirt, to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
I've been just getting wrecked lately. But, work's been going good. Still learning some more stuff. I did start some tech schools, which is pretty cool.
Very exciting.
Shout out to my company. They're me and 4 other guys that have been working. I've trained a bunch of these guys for the maintenance side of things. We're moving into our service technician side. So learning how to take apart AC units, install new components that are bigger than what we normally work on and stuff. So it's interesting. It's a lot. It's very technical, but it's interesting, So
green means go.
Green means go, as Tom says. But no, it's been cool. So I've been learning all that kind of stuff and getting to work on different things that I'm not quite, all the way used to. And it's cool because it's all the guys that are in there are pretty new to the industry, right? Like I worked for another company before this, fuck them. And the company before them that didn't really want to train me on anything, didn't want to show me anything. And our company that I'm at now, which is really cool, is like they go to other classes or other companies and teach their guys there. So I feel like I'm actually getting a first class, education on this without actually having to go to a formal trade school, you know? So it's been pretty cool. Shannon's been getting to sit there and listen to stuff. She's probably like, what? I don't understand a word.
He gets homework, so he has these videos he has to watch at home, and I'm sitting on the couch watching my videos, and I'll just hear something and be like, what? I have no idea what they're talking about. And
then I'll try to explain something to you. You're like, yeah.
I just look at him like with a blank stare. Nothing is registering with what he's saying.
But it's the same back and forth. It's stuff that you don't see every single day. I'm sure if you took me into a law office or something like that, I would be like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I used to come home and try and explain things to you, and it was the same, but
I would get like the basic stuff. Like I know liabilities are and things of that sort. It's more when you get to fighting insurance companies and what's allowed, what's not allowed, and all that kind of stuff. That's where you lose me.
Yeah, all the policy technical language, I guess, is what the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's just different stuff, Everybody works in different things. I'm sure if I went to, a completely different industry than what we're talking about with yours or mine, I still wouldn't really know much.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. I do enjoy, as you guys have always known, I do enjoy working with my hands. I like being self-sufficient and getting my stuff done. And what's cool about this company is I have a little bit more freedom to do things. Like if I see something's wrong, I can go ahead and fix it. Or, we do insurance policies on things where like, hey, this was installed a year ago. You got a certain amount of time of warranty on it, and I'm not just going in there fighting for money, right?
Right.
That's the main thing I like. Just the company before I worked at, they were going in there for the dollar. That's all they cared about.
Yeah, it's like, don't leave unless you've sold something.
Yeah, which is nice about my company. We do maintenance plans and do all these different things, and I'm able to go in there and I don't have to walk out of there with a $10,000 ticket.
Right.
Obviously, we're still trying to make money with recommendations and things that actually need to be done, but it's none of that sly, where I feel grody at the end of the day because you feel like you just fucked someone over kind of thing.
Yeah.
So no, it's been nice learning a bunch of stuff. So getting into it and all that good stuff. This weekend we're currently in, we've had some fun too. We went out golfing. We did a 4-man and or 3-man 1-woman scramble.
I'm glad I finally got to go back out there. It's been a while.
Yeah, we went and golfed over at Fleming Island Golf Course. Shout out to them. One of my favorite courses. If you guys ever want to sponsor the podcast, let me know. We would take free rounds of golf as payment. That's totally fine with us.
Yeah, free beers on the course.
That's right. And the transfusions or the what are those blue drinks called? Like the shockwaves or
no, water hazards.
Water hazards, yes, that's what it is. The water hazards. But it was a good time. It was me, Shannon, Nolan. You guys have seen Nolan on the podcast multiple times. You're going to be seeing him a lot more with our upcoming betting show coming. We also had Todd out there as well. Shout out Todd. We had a really good time. We ended up shooting a 78, which is crazy. Like usually a par golf is 72.
Yeah.
And obviously I know for some of you golf connoisseurs and people out there like, oh, I shoot the 76s by myself all the time. We don't.
We don't.
Yeah, we're not that good at golfers, so it was a good time. Shannon had a really good play. I'll let you describe.
Yeah, I mean, I started off the round horrible. I was getting so angry. Obviously, anyone who knows me knows I'm competitive, even though we're all on a team.
There's no money on this, by the way. This is just us going out to have a good time, by the way.
Yes, but, I was getting angry. I wasn't hitting anything, and then she
gets in the golf cart all quiet. I'm like, hey, relax. It's not that serious.
I had to get some drinks flowing, and we started doing a little better, but yeah, we got to a hole. I forget if I think it was the first 5 holes or so.
Yeah, it was a par 5 that we were on.
Yeah, and we were right on the edge of the green, and I think 2 people went before me trying to putt it, and then I got up and I saw the line.
But describe how long this was. This wasn't like a 5-10 foot putt or anything.
No, it was probably at least 20. I don't know exactly how long. I should have measured it when we walked up there. But.
I'd give you a solid 40 feet.
Really?
Yeah, because we were on the hole was on the complete other side of the green. We were on a far side. For you to make that putt, it was literally 4 seconds of rolling that we were watching. It rolled for a long time.
Yeah, I felt really good about it, but it rolled and it looked like it was going to stop right on the edge of the hole, and it just bloop. Right into the hole, and everyone freaked out. I'm sure the whole golf course heard us screaming.
We all lost our shit. I'm sitting there yelling, clapping real loud. Todd's hyped, Nolan's hyped. We're like, holy crap!
I could not believe it when it went in, but I was so excited about it. I think the first thing I said was, "Man, I wish that was on camera."
We've talked about recording golf rounds for the longest time. It's just the amount of storage and cameras that we would need. Not even need, but more than just our phones.
Right.
But no, it was a super cool moment, and that got you back in the game. You're like, okay, I'm good now.
Obviously, anyone who golfs knows you always hit at least one shot that makes you keep coming back. That obviously was my shot. It's not like I was hitting a drive or something, but a putt that far is definitely one to remember.
Yeah, it was super cool. We all had a great time. Everybody contributed. Everybody was running around doing their thing. And I was telling Shannon in the car today, you guys have heard me talk about it on the podcast multiple times, taking that moment back, taking a step back to take a mental photo of things. Yesterday was just good vibes.
It was.
It was just fun time. Had our family out there, our friends out there, just good people getting around and having a good time.
We had a little bit of rain during it, but for the most part, it wasn't downpouring. I remember on one hole, we were at the green, starting to do putts and stuff, and we just look back because I felt a raindrop. It's where it starts. We look back and it's just horrible.
You can see it inching closer.
Yeah, it's one of the, obviously in Florida, you could be raining on one side of the house and sunny on the other side. That's how it was, but it was coming closer, and we're like, we need to hurry this up.
Yep. But no, it was a good time. Had some good food there. We're just hanging out. It was just, like I said, a solid golf round. No one was in a rush. We were just all, listening to music, vibing out as we were driving around, getting with each other, helping each other out. So it was a good time. Good time. Then we went and watched, another thing that is going on. Football is officially back.
It is. Well, college is officially back.
I wish
NFL is officially back next week.
I wish I could play the music without getting copyrighted, but football is officially back. It's super sick. We were watching week 0 college football this weekend. The Gators, did they play? I don't think they played. I think they're next week. But we were watching, the Kansas game last night, a bunch of other first starter games of everything, and it's just, I don't know, when you feel the electricity in the air, all the guys that we've been talking about this for 6 months, once the basketball season ends, the NCAA championship and the NBA finals go through, I don't know about y'all. Maybe I'm just not a ball knower or a watcher like that. I'm not going to sit there and watch baseball games. I'm not going to watch tennis. That's just not my personal style thing. Nothing wrong if it's yours, but my favorite time of year is this NFL and college football season. There's always something on for 6 or 7 months. Every weekend the boys want to get together and then either do a barbecue or a watch party somewhere. It's just such a fun time of year.
Yeah, there's always something going on in the weekend where we're like, oh, hey, let's go to the pool and watch the games at your mom and Todd's, or hey, we're doing a cookout at Trent. friends. Let's go hang out there for the day and watch all the games. I feel like now is definitely a time when America, and even now that the rest of the world's getting involved, like we have London games and things like that.
We even have the games in like Mexico and stuff this year too, which is kind of crazy. Yeah.
So I feel like this is a time when like everyone kind of comes together. You still have your core team and you're going against each other, but it's always a good like not like a horrible competitiveness. It's
fun.
Fun time.
Yeah. Well, especially with our league, right? Like it's like half of like our family's in there, and then we got like Nolan, a couple other friends in there, all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun time of year. Plus, we're getting back into the holiday season too, so that all goes hand in hand. So this is like really the time of year where everybody's getting together and hanging out. So it's fun. We're super excited, and we spoke about it a week or two ago about our fantasy drafts have been officially set on the orders and stuff.
Yes.
Me and Shannon are in that little middle spot, so we're interested to see. And now preseason's over, a lot of things has been happening. Like people have gotten cut and people have gotten like taken out.
The teams are getting officially set for who their players are.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting this year. Before we got on the pod, I was looking at, because there were still preseason games last night. I don't think there's any preseason football on since this was the last week. But so you remember me talking to you about Deion Sanders, right? He has his son who got really low in the draft. He had two sons in the draft this year. Shador, who's on the Cleveland Browns, everybody was freaking out about, and then Shiloh, one of his other sons, apparently made a boneheaded mistake last night. So they were playing the Buffalo Bills, and this isn't the quarterback
Which one?
The Shiloh. So Shiloh is, I believe he's either a cornerback or a linebacker, one of those two. So defense. And I see a replay on my phone, and basically a tight end came up trying to block him a little far out, and he threw a punch.
Oh no.
On the last game of preseason, you're a rookie and you throw a punch, and then today he got cut. Yep, I was like, ooh.
Oh,
that's tough. I was like, dude, you just had to hold on. Like, maybe you were going to make team. Obviously, if you were there for the third game, that means you were on that teeter-totter of you're either about to or we're going to cut you. And just breaking out, literally losing your shit at the last game. It's like, bro.
And that just shows all the teams.
Close.
It's you can't have that liability. Because in the normal season, you get in a fight, you're cut for a few games. Or
you'll get fined.
Depends what it is.
Suspended, whatever it is.
That. Yeah, but man, the last game, you're still trying to make a team.
Yep.
That's not.
And the play wasn't really that serious. The tight end really was getting onto him and holding him, but he didn't throw him to the ground. He didn't push him in the face or anything like that. No, literally just they were scuffling for a second. He threw a punch. I was like, dude. I was like, that sucks.
Football is one of those games you're gonna get roughed up.
Yeah.
You can't fist fight.
You can't. Unless you're one of those guys who's a veteran in the NFL who has earned his spot, where even if you did do that, you get suspended and stuff, your team's going to keep you, though.
Right. Well, it also depends what the situation is.
Yeah, and it wasn't that serious of a thing.
In the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the thing I saw this morning. I was like, damn, bud. I'm like, that freaking sucks. But no, this season's gonna be interesting. A lot of quarterbacks have moved around. There's a lot of new faces, old faces on different teams, and things are going on. So that's gonna be cool. We finally are gonna get to see the first taste of the Jaguars. I am praying that the Jaguars can do something this season. Just over 500. That's what I want to see. Obviously new coach and everything we've talked about on the pod multiple times now, the new coach Duval.
Oh my god!
And I need to get that as a soundboard.
That would be hilarious.
But see Trevor Lawrence in year 5, see what he can do with some of his new weapons, and see if the Jaguars can be a team this year. So
yeah, because I think we've gotten a few people that he used to play with in college as well on the team, so they have a little bit of chemistry. I know we picked up someone who blocked us in one of the preseason games, right? Or something.
You talking about a Patriot? We got a couple of Patriots players. I remember we saw that. We got a new defensive tackle from the Saints. I know
that's the one I think I was talking about. He did something in a preseason game, and we picked him up the next day. Yeah,
so he had a couple plays, I think he was on a team last year with the Saints as well. But he picked off an NFL quarterback and ran it back pretty far. And this dude's over 300 pounds, so he can move. But yeah, we got some decent players. Obviously, it's a new general manager, a new head coach, all this other stuff's going on, so it's a new scheme. We'll see.
Everything's getting put together.
Yeah, like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Jags Super Bowl." I'm like, obviously, I would love to be that hype about them this year, but we do know it's the Jaguars, so we're gonna sit back.
A lot of new faces.
We'll keep y'all updated as the season goes on. It'll be.
Of course.
You see me just come in here looking all sad and like head down and everything, and like, "Oh, Jags lost today."
It'll be sadness for the Jags, but depends how the fantasy goes as well, because it could be good for that.
Yep, we officially got the draft next weekend. I think I'm gonna make a little snippet video. Like what my plan is I'm gonna take a video of people. I'm like, all right, this is before the draft. How you feeling? What are we thinking right now? You think you're going to do well? I'm going to do that for each person that's there for the draft that day. And then I'm going to get a video at the end of how everybody's feeling, see what we're looking like.
Yeah, I'm excited because I made a list of each position, players that I want to get. I think I'm number 3 or something for the draft.
No, you're like 4 or 5. Yeah.
Well, I think
I'm 5, you're 4.
Okay, so I'm 4. I think it's Kristen, Nolan, your mom, then me.
I think
something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm excited with my position. Granted, I don't get 2 in a row. Only the first and last position gets that.
Yeah, we're doing a snake.
But hopefully I can still get a lot of my top, picks that
I understand.
I want. Don't want to give away too much because when it comes back around, it's, year before me. And
I'm after you. Oh, when it comes back around, you're right.
Yeah, when it snakes back and it goes... from 1 to 10, then 10 to 1. So.
I think it's so funny how competitive this has gotten. Like, we've done this. This is our 3rd year now doing it. And, like, now it's really gotten to a point where people are like, no, I'm not going to tell you who I'm thinking about. Yeah. No, I don't want you to pick them up. I'm like, Jesus, guys. Like, there's going to be so many players getting picked.
I think I've only told you the person that I want first.
You wanted Saquon.
But
I'm like, it's Saquon Barkley. Everybody wants fucking Saquon Barkley.
I know, but with my position with C, and I have a top, 3 people that I want to get somewhat quickly. So,
yeah.
We'll see what happens. I saw a message. Nolan's mom, Miss Jennifer, she's in our league again, and she put a message. I think she's like number 6 or 7. Yeah. She's like, I don't trust this randomized and the witnesses that saw this.
Even though I was there, Shannon was there, her son Nolan was there. Like, we all witnessed this happen.
But I get it. I mean, we are like I said, Nolan's 2nd, your mom's 3rd, then it's me, you.
Nolan's hype. He thinks he's getting Jamar Chase this year. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, and Todd was talking about the Madden curse.
So, like, the Madden curse, for the people who don't know what this is, so there's the video game Madden that, you can play on all the consoles and all that stuff. And usually the curse, the way it works is, so if someone made like a crazy play last year, or most of the times it's the MVP, or a lot of times it's the quarterback that won the Super Bowl that year, the curse is most times after that, the next season, the player gets hurt.
Yeah, so they're on the cover, and then they get hurt and can't play.
And it's been a thing for years. Everybody talks about it every time someone the player gets put on. And funny enough, it was like Christian McCaffrey the year before, he like did really well, and he was the MVP of the league that year.
Yeah.
And then the next year is when he went through the whole thing where both of his Achilles tendons were fucked, and it's like he
didn't do much at all the whole season.
He was out. He was out.
Yeah, he had to have surgery and stuff.
Yeah, he had to get surgery. He went to Germany for like stem cells and shit. And I'm like, oh no.
So we'll see how he comes back this year.
That's it. It'll be interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to pick him up personally. I think he's one of those guys I'm like, I don't know.
He's definitely not a 1st or 2nd round pick that I would say.
If he was healthy and he didn't have that injury background on that part there, he would be an easy pickup. But God, man.
Well, I'm just thinking 2 years ago when I picked him up somewhat early on in the draft, and he was my top
He had a
player.
record-setting year,
that's how he ended up on the Madden cover.
Yeah.
But he was the top of my top, so we'll see. I'm not against picking him up.
We'll see. So it'll be an interesting season. Obviously, we're going to keep you guys around with this as well. We want to make sure everybody's aware of each week what's going on. You'll see me post some stuff, all that. And then, we're talking about the betting pod as well. I think we came up with a name. It's going to be the Degens, the Degen bets.
Degens.
Yeah, that's our group name for all of our, when we all send our picks to each other.
What's a Degen?
A Degen, degenerate.
Oh my God.
So let me know in the comments what y'all think about the name, so it'll be fun. But no, it's gonna be cool. I think we're gonna really get into a lot of sports this year, which I'm excited about. Obviously, we will still have our normal weekly podcast with local people here in Jacksonville, but we want to add another, little wrinkle into the pod. I think it's gonna be fun. Yes. I've been talking about it for a while, so it'll be a good time.
Super excited.
But I did want to move into one of our segments. I think we start with our top 3 today.
Top 3, okay.
And you guys know the top 3 segment by now. You guys know it's one of our fun ones. This week is top 3 is top 3 all-time inventions.
So, I feel like people are going to hate so much on mine. There's so many good inventions.
Well, yeah, there's a million of them, but that's what I'm saying. What are top 3 that come to you? Yeah. I have the top 3 that come to me because I'm sure there may be some similarities, maybe some differences kind of thing. So would you like me to go first today or you go first?
You can go first.
You want me to go top 3?
Yeah.
All right.
What you got?
So I'm going first today. My top 3 inventions of all time is going to be starting off with number 3, Wi-Fi. Everybody loves Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, none of us know how it works. It just goes.
It's true. It's just satellites. And
it's just in the air. And, you just ride around and you're on the internet connected all like 365 days a year. So I'm going to say Wi-Fi is pretty crazy. It's one of those things that everybody has it in their home. Yeah. It didn't really become like mainstream until it used to be hardline wiring to your computer and all that stuff. And now everything's hands-free. So I'm going to say Wi-Fi for number 3. Okay. My number 2, combustion engines, so what's in cars, what's in planes, what's in a lot of different, factories, all kinds of stuff that's like gas powered or petrol powered, whatever you want to say. So, obviously most people drive a car every day, or you ride in a bus or you fly in a plane. So it's a very needed thing. Trains, trains were one of the first transportation things here. So I think that was a pretty big one.
Okay.
And then my number 1, and you guys are going to think this is biased, but it is, but I also enjoy it. Number 1, air conditioning.
I knew you were going to put that.
If you don't have air conditioning and you live in Florida, you are in one of the most miserable states ever.
Yeah.
Me and Shannon lived in an apartment where we had to fight our people every freaking week to make sure we had AC. There's nothing more I hate than trying to go to sleep and you are sweating. Or for me, I just sit there. I'm a warm guy. Obviously, I've told you guys I work outside a lot. So number 1 is going to be air conditioning.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things that most people can't live without. Obviously, some countries, they don't have central air.
Yeah.
But we do here in the U.S., so I'm going to say that. Honorable mention, this is an obvious one, medicine. We need medicine.
Yeah,
if you don't have medicine, most of us wouldn't be here. We get a cut, get an infection, and die. So medicine's my honorable mention on that. So that's my top 3.
I feel like with medicine, it depends because my mom, she never gets sick. And I don't know how. I get migraines all the time. I remember going to the doctor and just having to get checked out with this is wrong or my stomach is upset. What's going on? And then I can't remember the last time she needed something.
I feel like I'm the same way, to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
My stomach gets upset or maybe I'll get a little sick in the morning, but
you get your migraines a lot.
I do get migraines. Migraines are very common, but what I'm saying actual the flu or I'm anything else, right?
Yeah.
I think you've only seen me probably I would say a handful of times you've really seen me actually dying sick.
Yeah.
Unless it was something I did to myself, drinking the night before or whatever it is. Then that's on me. That's no one else's fault.
Okay. Quick side note with that. What is with people coming down with the plague in
That's a good point.
California and stuff?
And I think it was Colorado too, yeah.
Yeah, from a flea or something?
Yeah, so the plague, apparently there was 2 actual instances of the plague here in the United States, which has been wiped out for a while because of medicine and vaccines and stuff and whatever you feel on that. But so I believe someone died in California from it. And then someone was diagnosed with it in Colorado as well. Apparently the one in Colorado, they were able to trace it back to a flea that had it. And if you guys know anything about the plague, that's how it started. So usually it's rats and they carry diseases and the fleas get on them, infect the rats, or one of those 2 is infected with it somehow. And then it gets passed on to people. So that's
freaking me out.
It is freaky. No, I agree with you. But the person that the second person survived and they were able to treat it, do all that kind of stuff. But it's a freaky situation. Yeah. To think about the bubonic plague coming back. I'm that's not cool.
Okay. Just wanted to bring that up. And I was what?
That's understandable.
But yes, medicine is good.
Medicine is good.
All right. So my top 3 inventions are a bit different. So for number 3, I don't know, I guess I would think this is an invention, maybe not. I put like insulated / durable houses.
Yeah,
just
100%.
to get out of weather. So like we talked about the crazy thunderstorms we've been having. Come inside, we're covered.
And that's also what keeps you your home air conditioned as well as the insulation.
So it keeps the heat or air in. My number 2, I put indoor plumbing. So for toilets, showers, sinks, anything like that. I've gone camping. There's porta potties. If you're out in the woods, you shit in a hole. I don't prefer those methods. So I like to go sit in a nice bathroom with a toilet, working water. We're good.
I can't believe I didn't think about that. That was actually a very good one. Okay.
And then number 1, I put cell phones. Obviously, we use them daily. It's how most people get GPS, figure out how you're getting around. You don't have to use carrier pigeons or anything anymore. Hi, Cappy, come here. But yeah, so I think cell phones is going to be my number 1. And then I know you talked about Wi-Fi, but like even such, like cell phones have hotspots and stuff. I don't know if that's part of it.
It is. No, 100%. Because it gives off its Wi-Fi signal and everything. Yeah.
And then my honorable mention was a microwave.
Microwave?
Microwave.
Microwaves are lit too.
Gotta cook some food sometimes.
See, so. I would raise you one better. The air fryer.
The air fryer
better than
is
the microwave.
Nice. It is, but I feel like you can cook more in the microwave. I don't know.
Depending.
It just depends. But I figured, some form of cooking rather than just a fire.
That's real. I think that was a good list, to be honest with you. That was a very strong list. The indoor plumbing one, that was one I really did not even think about. So
yeah, I like
a good
to
one.
Shower, stay clean. You were talking about if you don't have AC, it's horrible. Well, you can get in the shower, do cold water and stuff.
That's true.
And also, I was thinking, yes, we are in Florida, so AC is kind of a must. But if you're in the north and you have, an insulated house, blankets, things like that, you're good as far as keeping warm. And then in the cool, like you can open the windows. And
that's true. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. It's also like this is a depending on where you live kind of thing,
that
right?
Is true.
So yes, 100%. I agree. But also AC and refrigeration kind of do a mix of things, like your refrigerators and all that kind of stuff, your chillers. But like I was saying, AC. No, I think you had a solid list, to be honest with you. I like that one.
Yeah, let us know what you guys, if we missed something or whose list you like better.
Yeah. Huge. I like that. And speaking of it, this did come in since you were talking about the bubonic plague, and then we started talking about our top 3s. Did you hear about how Celsius and it was Celsius and high noon, there was a mix up on like labeling and stuff?
I think it was the cans. So I read that they have a common distributor for their cans.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And what is on it. So they accidentally sent some Celsius ones to the High Noon factory.
Yeah, so people thought they were drinking Celsiuses, and it was actually a High Noon in a can, which we all know what the difference would be. We should be aware of it. Like, you can tell when something has alcohol in it, when it doesn't. Yeah. So there was a couple of people who were probably showing up to work that morning a little sloshed, and they're like, ooh, I don't know what's in the Celsius today, but it's making me feel different.
It's like, I don't know if it's a nice surprise or how they took it, but
maybe they were real productive that day, or maybe they were not. But I thought that was kind of wild, because I drink Celsius. I'm a Celsius fan, and that would really throw me off, because I drive for work every day.
Yeah.
like you get a DUI, I'm like, that sucks.
But I'm a little confused, I guess, because I heard that it was like they were in the beach vibe packs or whatever for High Noon. So if you're opening a High Noon pack and you have a Celsius label, I'd be a little confused.
No. So that's
I thought that was what it was.
So it was the cans themselves had different labeling on them. So say,
but they were in a pack.
Yeah. So here, 1 second. So say it was in a Celsius pack. It has Celsius labeling on it, but the inside of it is High Noon.
I didn't think that's how it was.
That's what it was.
I was reading that it was the beach pack, and they were having the Celsius label in the beach pack of High Noon.
I read that they had the wrong inside, like whatever you were drinking was not what it was labeled as, kind of thing.
Well, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So you were drinking alcohol without even knowing it, is what I'm talking about.
So you're saying they were sold separately, as individual cans or something?
There was individual can ones, but there was also you got a Celsius pack that you think has a Celsius in it, right? All the cans inside of them were labeled as Celsius, but inside the cans was High Noon.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Celsius and High Noon aren't in the same factory and stuff. They're completely different companies making their own packs. The Celsius labels were sent to the Noon factory, so they weren't making Celsius packs there.
We'd have to reread this. But
I thought it was High Noon packs with Celsius labels, like in their packs, not a full Celsius pack.
That's not how I read it, but
with high noon alcohol in them.
It's not how I read it, but let me check real quick since we're talking about it. Give the the great thing that we have is Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because that's since, like I said, it was like a similar can supplier, but not the packaging itself, like what the liquid in it was. Maybe someone knows more about this than us. Like, please correct us also, but all we have is Google to go off of.
Yeah, so I was right. Okay. So, July 2025, FDA recalls where High Noon vodka seltzers were mistakenly packaged in Celsius energy drink cans.
Cans?
That's
not packs. Not Celsius packs, like you're saying.
A shared packing supplier sent empty Celsius cans to High Noon, which were filled with hard seltzer and sold as part of the High Noon beach-themed variety pack. So consumers bought these affected packs should be checked for mislabeled cans with silver lid instead of black ones to ensure they are not accidentally consuming vodka when they expected an energy drink.
See, that part is what confused me. But you just said they were in the High Noon beach packs, not the Celsius packs.
Yeah, but they were filled wrong. That's what I'm saying here. The can said what it was not labeled as. I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I understand that
We're
part.
fighting over semantics right now.
I understand that part.
Yes. So they thought they were drinking Celsius, but it was a High Noon drink inside of it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
That's all it was. So, yes.
I was just saying I was confused by the part because it said it was in the beach packs. Mm-hmm. So if I bought a beach pack of High Noons and saw Celsius cans in it, that's what would confuse me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There was a mix-up because I think it was Celsius and Celsius, even though it was filled in with High Noon inside of it. Either way, but no, I think that shit's kind of wild. To be honest with you, that's a big mess up.
Yeah.
For the FDA to start coming down on you about it, that's kind of wild.
That is wild for sure. But I guess they were able to get it recalled, and
they had to.
I know some people probably still got it, but
I can see how the mix-up happens because their cans are the exact same.
They are, yeah.
Like they were saying in the reading I just read, or the piece I read, Celsius have the black top on the can, and then
for most of them,
90% of them. Like I know some of them, and then the other ones are silver can. But I think Celsius is trying to make them all like just black top, so you're aware of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I thought that was kind of wild. How that was a really big mix up. I'm sure that costs a little bit of cash for the companies.
Do they just have to destroy all of those, you think, or do they get they
probably got pulled off shelf because, like I said, it's you're mismarketing because you're mislabeled what it is,
obviously,
and obviously lawsuits can come into that. So what I'm guessing is probably a SKU. Like a certain SKU of this batch was made today that they had to pull back is what I'm saying.
It's like, hey, employees, you guys want some free news?
Oh, I'm sure there's people out there who probably bought the packs and opened one and saved the pack as like a thing that they could sell in the future. Be like, oh, this was the messed up pack and everything.
I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, a lot of people will do like anytime there's a mix up or say it's like a big brand. Say like one thing I'll think of like Kellogg's cereal, right? So, like, say you're a big fan and you collect all the boxes and all this stuff. They look for misprints or missed things that could be something valuable in the future.
That's true.
Or, like, reseller stuff. Shoes, like Nike and Jordan shoes are big on that. Like, oh, this was stitched wrong, even though it came from the factory. It is real, but this has, like, a imperfection or something mixed up on it. So,
on the other side of the coin, it could be those people who are like, oh, no, I'm just drinking a Celsius. So they still drink them, but they're like, oh, yeah, it's just a Celsius. We're good.
AKA alcoholics at work.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But no, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to switch over to our Would You Rather, my dear?
Yeah. Let's switch topics here for a minute.
You go first.
Me go first?
I went first last.
Okay. So my Would You rather be told when and what to eat every day for a month? So your drinks, you can still choose soda, water, whatever you want during that. But you can only eat when you're told and what you're told. Mm-hmm. Or eat when and whatever you want, but only be able to drink pickle juice for a month.
I like pickle juice.
Yeah, some people do. So you can.
I would say the second one personally. Like obviously, it depends if you hate pickle juice or something like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's not your vibe. I don't know. I feel like it would be hard because there's like I'm weird. I don't eat till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon anyways most days because I'm not like a breakfast person. I like breakfast food. The timing is what gets me.
Yeah.
So I would probably say the second one, me personally. I don't hate pickle juice, so it wouldn't kill me to eat that or drink that with my meals and stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that would suck if you're like depends on what you're eating, right? If it doesn't pair well, I don't think pickle juice goes well with like seafood or like a burger, or no, maybe country food. I feel like country food you could work with because there's always like pickles on like
100%.
the fried chicken sandwiches and burgers. Yeah, so. I would say the second one for me.
That's what I was thinking as well, and I would just be more cautious about what I choose to eat. Like you said, it doesn't go with everything, so it'd be pairing it well.
I got you. I like it. So this one is funny enough. It has to do with eating as well.
Okay.
So my would you rather is, would you rather always bite your lip, the inside of your lip when you're eating?
Oh, that's awful.
Or always stub your toe like really bad when you're walking?
Oh, that's worse too. So it's like every single time you eat, you bite your lip. It never heals.
Like
really,
if you guys have ever had that where you bite the inside and you have a lump there and you bite it again by accident when you're eating, it's like
and you stub your toe every time you walk.
Yeah, like the one the one where you you catch the corner or something. It feels like your toe just broke off. Yeah, one of those.
I think I would. I think I would choose the second one, stubbing my toe.
Really?
I know. But in my thought, I don't walk a lot, granted, but I think that feels better quicker. Yeah. Because, obviously you jump around and you're cursing for a minute, but you can kind of work it and it starts to feel better. That sore, if you keep biting your lip, is never going to heal. You're always going to be, tasting blood. It's going to swell, and you eat, every time you eat.
It'll be the new Ozempic. You just won't eat as much.
Eating.
Yeah.
And no, you have to eat to live.
Yes.
And you would always be hurting yourself that way.
So that's how you feel?
Yes. So I would stub my toe.
I disagree. I thoroughly disagree. And with me, I walk all day long anyways.
That's
so
true.
I would have broken toes all over my freaking foot if I was doing that. Also, it'd be a good way of portion controlling yourself. So, it'd be like I said, the new Ozempic. You don't even have to stab yourself with anything. You just, every time you bite yourself, you're like, fuck.
So that's like being told when to eat.
Yeah, I guess so. But you tell yourself when. It's just like, all right, when am I going to hurt myself today, I guess?
That's true.
That'd be a tough situation. Oh, I the amount of times I've caught my toe on a corner where it's your pinky toe and something slides right there in your finger or your toe just bends. You're like, oh!
And it sucks whenever your nail gets split or something. That is even worse. But I just know how I feel every time I bite my lip.
Yeah.
I am in pain. I don't want to eat anymore.
Just done. You're just
I'm
pissed.
just done. I'm mad because I'm tasting blood and it's just not good.
Speaking of food, one thing I did want to bring up, Tim, tell them about that burger you got from Ale House the other day.
Oh my gosh. That was so good.
This girl can eat. I've never actually seen her finish something pretty good. She ate this thing.
We went to Ale House. We haven't been there in quite a while. And they have, now with football season back, it's called the Tush Push Burger.
Play on the Philly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But it was, a big patty, cheese. It had mozzarella sticks, onion crisps.
Like the fried strings of onions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Barbecue sauce, bacon. It was a thick burger. Mm-hmm. But I feel like those mozz sticks on it just made it so good. That was probably one of my favorite burgers that I've had.
Damn, that's big.
It is huge.
And Shannon's one of those people where, I'll ask her, oh, you like it? She's like, yeah, I like it. And then she doesn't eat all of it. She's when I tell you, I was watching her, she was smashing this burger.
Yeah.
She the burger was legit this thick. And it looked like she had to unhinge her jaw to take each bite. But no, she smacked that thing down.
It was so good. I would definitely get that anytime I go there.
No, it was solid. I liked it too. I tried a bite of it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. So Ale House, good job. Great creation.
Great creation.
If anyone goes there, definitely try it. I highly recommend it.
I say great invention. We're talking about inventions today.
Yeah.
That's the hitter.
Tush Push Burger.
Well, I thought today was a fun episode. Thank you guys for checking out our fun Sunday hangout. Did you have anything else you wanted to add in, my love? Anything I missed with you?
I don't think so. I'm ready for another 40-foot putt to go in. We're good on there. Go golfing again. I just need this weather to stop raining.
We're getting into the best time of the year for golf. When we start wearing our half zips, I start wearing some pants on the course. You know, this is when you start styling. This is when you can go out there and have some fun.
And everyone stay tuned for the upcoming weeks about all our fantasy and football updates and their gambling picks.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have some fun, y'all. We're super excited. We're going to bring something new this time of year as well. And I think I'm going to try to start getting some recordings on the golf course a little bit. I want to try to add a little bit more fun with that because I think that'd be a cool thing that we literally go golfing all the time. So
yeah, well, you do.
I do. Shannon does sometimes. When
I try to get out there, but he has so many friends that they all fill up the spots.
Well, we get groups of people, but we're gonna make it more frequent and everything. But make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow the podcast. Please, please, please do that. I love that we have so many people watching the show, but just hit that subscribe button. It makes our lives so much easier. It helps us, grow. Helps the show get seen by more people, and get to do more fun things. So if you guys can, please, for everything, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking. If you guys want to add something, or you guys think we need to add something to the show, or maybe there's a specific question that you think that we missed on it, we're always looking at the comments. We're always checking stuff out. So do all that good stuff for us. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's going to be Who Are You podcast on there. You guys know the logo, the red guy with the question mark on his head. So make sure you guys go do all that good stuff. And also, if you feel like you'd be a good fit for the show, you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, an artist, athlete, and you feel like you'd fit well for the show, make sure you guys hit up in the DMs, or you can shoot us an email. It's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com, and maybe we'll have you guys on a future episode. But as I say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out this week. We look forward to bringing you guys another episode next week. And as always, we will see you guys next week.
Bye.